Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. And of course, this video, we're exploring what the week is going to bring you. This is going to be my group reading for the week of November 15th through the 21st. Well, November has been very interesting, to say the least. It has continued to add a lot of the challenges and a lot of obstacles for us, both on that individual and also on that global scale. Of course, we can't get rid of challenges or obstacles. That's why we're here. We're here to learn and to experience. It's just getting harder because we're getting a number of obstacles and challenges starting to build up. You kind of get that snowball effect. One challenge, one obstacle start to combine, and you get more, and then those little challenges or those little hiccups really, they seem a lot harder. This week, of course, we want to focus in on how to slow down some of this snowball effect so that we can experience and enjoy what's happening right here and right now. And that's what we're going to look at in this week. How we can slow things down, and of course, what the week in itself is going to bring. And like always, how we can use this time to our advantage and remain in that high vibration so that those opportunities and those possibilities, they are known to us. So we can make those positive and amazing choices for our greater good. Given everything that's been going on, there was really only one deck that I wanted to go with. I went with the Everyday Witches Tarot and Oracle combination. I really like the fun, playful pictures and the bright colors. I don't know about you, but where I am, there's a lot of snow. And things look a little bleak right now. This cheerful, happy deck is what we need right now. And like always, I have links below to both these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. The selections, my friends, of course we have some Fluorite, Carnelian, and then some Auralite. I want you to choose whichever crystal resonates with you the most right now, and then head into the description box below. There you're going to find timestamps, and those timestamps will take you straight to your reading. And I will see you there, my friends. Hello and welcome, my Fluorite friends. This reading is especially for you. Like always, I have the full decks of both the tarot and the oracle cards, so you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the week holds for my Fluorite friends. What can my Fluorite friends expect from the week of November 15th through the 21st? Prayers and Wishes. Such a fantastic card. Of course, we're looking at your hopes and dreams. Things that you're trying to manifest, those pieces and aspects that you're trying to bring into your life. We're going to see a little bit of a shifting and a changing as some of this stuff comes to fruition. The more that we're raising our vibration and focusing in on that light and love, the more you're going to see these aspects come to realization. They'll be right in front of you. Now, we don't have a fairy godmother that's going to make it go poof right in front of you. You will have some work to do, and that work, again, is going to help raise your vibration and bring in a connectedness to what it is you're trying to achieve. When you focus in and connect into something by some hard work, it's more meaningful. You have a better investment in what you're doing, a better connection. So that hard work is also needed. So let's look at this hard work. Let's look at this week a little bit more. What does the beginning part of the week bring? My Fluorite friends. The Seven of Cups. Like I said, it's right in front of us. We just can't see it. We don't know which aspect or piece to choose. Things are still in that veil of confusion and uncertainty. It's up to us to slow down, to connect in. We have a support team trying to, guide us and help us out in any way they can. These aspects and pieces, in the heart of hearts, you know what you need to do. Taking that time, slowing down, and reflecting will, of course, help you realize which aspect and piece is going to be most meaningful. Like I said earlier, we need to do some hard work here. Sevens, they can be a challenge number. However, they're also a lucky number. So with work, we can be victorious. The most important aspect will be slowing down. It's probably one of the harder aspects. We get caught up in our everyday, in that busyness, in getting stuff done, that we don't slow down. We miss those symbols, those messages. They're hidden in plain sight. Slowing down helps us to receive them, helps us to reflect on our situation and how to best go forward. Let's go into the middle of the week. What does the middle of the week bring? My Fluorite friends. The King of Swords. I also like to call this guy Mr. Spock. Anytime I see the court cards in the sword deck or in the sword suit, I think of the Vulcans. That's a logical captain. Well, same thing here. That logic, it's going to take us further. We need to use our head, reflect, critically think, take that step back, and look at the situation. If we get caught up in our heart, our ego likes to take over and use fear and heartache to slow us down. We need to focus in on what's truly important and the matter at hand, focusing in on the cold, hard knowledge rather than that fluctuating and kind of roller coaster emotion. There's too much going on right now to be guided by our heart. We need to reflect in, we need to assess what's for our greater interest and best good. So the middle of the week, we are looking at that knowledge. Interestingly enough, so the middle of the week around Wednesday-ish, we have this amazing king come in. On Thursday, we have the International Men's Day. That stability and strength is going to be all around us. We'll be able to tap into that energy, tap into that power to support us even further in understanding what our next steps are. And the end of the week. What does the end of the week bring, my Fluorite friends? The Moon, the 18th card in the Major Arcana. It too is an uncertainty card. There's a lot of mystery around the moon. And the reason that being is that the moon is associated with the goddess, and culture now deems the goddess as something evil, something scary. There's a lot of mystery and unknown there because man, in its quote-unquote terms, can't control it. It's a divine feminine energy that causes that mystery, that intrigue. But when you look at it, it's a guide, a support. The moon connects us more fully in with our intuition. It's a gatekeeper card. The original card that Pamela Coleman Smith drew had these weird crustacean coming out of the water, then a wolf and a dog sitting on a path, and in the distance you see these two kind of weird tower-like structures. It's a gatekeeper. At the end of the week, we're going to be able to embrace some of these prayers, some of these wishes. It's going to take us to that next stage. We'll have better understanding of what we can do because we've seen it in action. We'll be able to embrace some amazing possibilities with amazing, tremendously amazing abundance. We're raising our vibration. We're getting out of this veil of illusion. And we have a lot of veil of illusion. Not only do we have it in the Seven of Cups, but we also have that veil of illusion and heartache that's settled in around us globally. We'll be able to raise our vibration up, get out of that veil, hover above it, and see that opportunity. See these possibilities that are right at hand. It's an amazing week of, well, possibilities and opportunities. Things you've been asking for. Things that are going to help you forward and, well, create more growth for you. Let's look at the challenge, though. This is all handy-dandy, but what about that challenge? What challenge will my Fluorite friends face for the week of November 14th through the 21st? The Hanged Man, the 12th card in the Major Arcana. Let it go, guy. We're going to struggle to let it go, to step back, to evaluate, to look at what's happening. We're going to want to focus in on that task at hand, our daily grind, and what society and others think we should do. It's going to be amplified by what our ego is encouraging us to do, which of course is anything but this. And we're going to have that fear. We start the week off with that illusion and fear, and it can easily carry forward throughout this whole week. We're missing that connection and intuition. This is a Seven of Cups. Cups are an intuitional suit. We need that intuition. We need that guidance to connect in to these possibilities, to the prayers and wishes that we've been putting out there. Like I said, we don't have a fairy godmother helping us out here. We need to do this work for ourselves. We need that fulfillment and that connection. Let's go on to some blessings. What blessings can my Fluorite friends embrace for the week of November 15th through the 21st? Seasonal harvest. Those emerging aspects and pieces, those wishes, those prayers, like I said, they're there. We need to nurture them. We need to allow them to grow so that they become more impactful and meaningful. We have more of a connection with them. The more we use them, the more we'll get out of them. Additionally, as we start to connect into our manifestation skills, we connect into that working with the high vibrational beings, that connection and community, we're going to be able to use it to our advantage in the future. This positively reinforces what it is we're doing. We just need to take that time to embrace it. Affirmation for acceptance. A lot of us struggle, and our ego supports us with this challenge, to believe that we are worthy of these prayers and wishes. Why another being, high vibrational or universal, is supporting us in this amazing gift. That in itself is a true challenge that's amplified by that illusion, that uncertainty, that we don't value ourselves as much as we value others. We can see why other people need those hopes and dreams granted, supporting them, encouraging them forward. We put ourselves on that back burner. It's important this week that we put ourselves up a little bit forward. We start to believe in ourselves and our self-worth. One of the ways that we can connect in and work on this worthiness is working with some of the archangels. I have a number of meditations that I've created with them to support you. They're free tools that you can visit and revisit to support your journey. Two that come to mind right away, of course, would be Archangel Chamuel. I did a meditation with him regarding self-love. And another one with Archangel Zadkiel regarding forgiveness. Both of these will support you in acceptance. And of course, that self-talk, we need to shift it from negative to positive. The higher our vibration, of course, the more we're going to get out of this. So we're going to end off on any further insight, insight, wisdom, and guidance that we can share with my Fluorite friends for the week of November 15th through to the 21st. The Eight of Wands. Of course, eights are a movement and manifestation card. And that's very much what we're looking at. Like I said here, we've got those wishes, those prayers, those hopes, those dreams, and of course those manifestations. Things that we've put out there, that we've asked for, that we're trying to manifest in our life. We have that movement, we have that ability to calm things, to see things through that thicket and embrace them. This week does offer us the ability to step forward and step through to a truer, more meaningful situation and life. The High Priestess, the second card in the Major Arcana. Of course, the most intuitive card in the deck. That intuition, that guidance, it's essential. I said that initially with the Seven of Cups. We need that guidance. We need that support to connect in and give us more direction. Help us with that healing, that meaning. The more we connect in to those high vibrational support teams, the more we're going to be able to understand our path. And that knowledge is essential. The more we understand, the more we can connect in, the further we can grow. There's stepping stones in our path. That connection, well, we need to work on it. And this week we can, especially as we start to slow down, evaluate, and start to truly look at what's happening for us. The more we slow down, the more we're going to be able to embrace and acknowledge these messages. These messages that our team and those amazing high vibrational beings are sharing with us. The Page of Cups. That childlike, innocent energy that's full of play and wonder. We can't get bogged down on things, my friends. We can't get afraid or start to hyper-focus in on stuff. That adds fuel to this upturned hanged man. We need that playful, inquisitive energy to help us explore, to connect in, and create that path that we need. The more flexible we are, the more creative and passion-focused we are, we're going to find that fulfillment, that meaning in what we're trying to achieve this week. We're going to see those opportunities and we can embrace them more fully, seeing how we can amend and shift things so that our lives follow suit. We can align our new path with our current. This is a fantastic week to start to stretch some of our abilities and skills while slowing down to see these opportunities that are right in front of us. I want to thank you so much for joining me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and that you're able to gain some insight and direction into what the week holds for you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There is so much more amazing coming your way, my friends. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. And if you enjoyed this video, you can support me in making more. I have a Patreon page, and I know lots of people have them. And of course, I've got lots of tiers and perks to reward you for your support. Of course, those perks, you're looking at free readings and healings. Additionally, I have a library of Patreon exclusive videos just for my supporters. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Fluorite friends. Hello and welcome, my Carnelian friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full decks of both the tarot and the oracle cards here, so you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the week holds for my Carnelian friends. What can my Carnelian friends expect from the week of November 15th through to the 21st? Learn from life. What a fantastic card. This week offers you an abundance of opportunities to continue that learning. This week is about doing a bit of a shift and breaking patterns. We need to learn from our current experience, and of course, that's where the shift comes in. We need to make some changes. Changes that are for our greater and better good. I know it sounds kind of an odd thing to do, but this week is very much about that learning opportunity and how we can better our life. This is an amazing week of learning for you, my Carnelian friends. We're looking at a lot of opportunities and possibilities. These opportunities and possibilities are for your growth and, of course, bettering your situation. We're going to learn from our current patterns, and we're going to be able to make some shifts and changes. These shifts and changes are going to help us out of what we're dealing with, help us over those obstacles, help to raise our vibration, and of course, we're going to bring in that joy and fulfillment. Let's look at this week a little bit more. What does the beginning of the week bring, my Carnelian friends? In the beginning of the week, we've got to remember, Friday is Friday the 13th, so we're coming off some amazing nurturing energy as we enter into this week. And what we have is the Page of Swords. That inquisical, playful energy. Not afraid to explore, and of course, not afraid to ask those questions. You have your inner toddler. We need to let them out. That childlike naivety where you're able to ask those harder questions. We're starting this week off with a bang. We need to ask ourselves those hard questions, dive deep, so that we can gain the answers that are going to be meaningful and most impactful in our lives. That reflection is essential. Without the reflection, we're not going to understand our situation, and of course, we can't learn from it. That understanding and really allowing that inner toddler out to ask that barrage of questions. We need to do that. We need to reflect on our current situation. We can't grow without an understanding. We need that stability of knowledge. We don't, this is important guys, we don't want to get caught up in the heartache. The Suit of Swords and learning are very impacted by our ego. Learning and, knowledge equals to growth. Your ego wants to keep you sheltered, and of course, without that knowledge on how to go forward. Knowledge, it bears that movement, it bears that growth. So we have that fear and heartache of our ego adding in to that knowledge. That's why we struggle so much with the Suit of Swords. It's not the knowledge we're struggling with. It's the emotional attachment that we've brought to that sword. It's going to be a challenge this week. We do need to use our critical thinking skills, and we need to follow our head, not our heart. Our heart is going to get, pummeled if we do. Will cause more stagnation and more fear within ourselves. In a way, your ego will win, and no one likes our ego to win. Let's go on to the middle of the week. What does the middle of the week bring, my Carnelian friends? The Queen of Pentacles. That nurturing, loving energy. We're going to need it because some of this inquisition and reflection is going to be challenging for us. We don't want to go there, and at the same time we know we need to go there. We need to nurture ourselves, be patient and caring, most importantly, gentle to us, so that this growth is strong and will flourish. We want that strong root system, and the way to do that is through nurturing and, being gentle with ourselves. Taking time away from this reflection and, of course, this learning, because it's the learning that is going to be a bit of a bear to deal with, a little bit painful at times, but needed. Just like anything else, sometimes we have to overcome some heartache and a little bit of pain to see that garden grow. Just like if you're going to turn a plot of land into a garden, you need to physically nurture and tend to that space. And that can be back-breaking work. That pain, it's real. When we push through it and we check into it, that reflection and critical thinking really will bring that growth that we're looking for. The middle of the week, we're really going to have to watch out for that heartache and pain slowing us down. We're going to need to increase our nurturing and caring for self at that time, so we balance the two out. It drowns out your ego and inspires you to move forward. What about the end of the week? What can my Carnelian friends expect? Whoa! That one. From the end of the week. Almost hit the floor. Oh yeah. Yes, we do. The Page of Cups. Cousin, of course, to the sword. And we still have that playful, inquisical energy. We're going to still need it in the end of the week. Like I said at the beginning, when we first pulled the Learning for Life, is that we need to have that creativity in what we're going to do with this information, how we're going to move forward. That creativity comes loud and clear in the page. We have that fun, flexible energy, and we're going to need that as a reprieve from some of the harder stuff that this page is going to help us determine. We're going to be able to use our creativity and apply it in new areas to our understanding for our greater good. You're going to see these opportunities and possibilities start to come forward. As we start to clear ourselves out and we're learning and shifting patterns, because that's part of our learning, is that pattern. What is it that we need to break to move forward? What key information do you need to learn to stop this cycle that we're on so that we can move forward and we can continue on to the next topic or next challenge? We're going to take that knowledge, we're we're going to have to look at that next challenge. How do we get there? What is that going to look like? What skills need to be, brushed up on or amended to our benefit? And the big underlying tone of this week is that playful energy that's going to take care of us. Anytime we're looking at making a break or a shift in a cycle or a pattern, we need that caring and we need that play. We need to get out of our head, out of that fear and sadness, and into some fun. Yes, we want to break something that isn't working. We want to break that pattern, but we want to do it in a way that is self-fulfilling, that is self-loving. If we're harsh and critical of ourselves, especially when we start to negatively self-talk ourselves, we're missing out on that growth. We will miss key aspects of this learning opportunity, and we will cycle back through. That's the challenge of these patterns, is that until you see that pattern, until you see that repetition, you don't know what to break or how to break it. We're at a point of breakage. This week offers us that amazing opportunity. Additionally, on Thursday, which would be right in between the Queen and the Page of Cups, we have International Men's Day. An amazing day that we can embrace some fantastic divine masculine energy. That masculine energy is going to bring in the stability that we need to be creative. That stability added in with some flexibility and creativity, well, those are key elements to opening up these opportunities even more. Of course, we do have the double page. Pages are the 11th card in the Minor Arcana. When you have that multiple 11, the angels are telling you to listen to your deeper intuition. Your intuition is going to help guide you where we need to go and how we can start to heal ourselves. Breaking a pattern can mean severing connections and, of course, that release. Words that can cause that fear and anxiety. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to learn from it. And, of course, we need to heal from it. Let's look at the challenge of the week. We know the ego is going to be there, but what else? What challenge will my Carnelian friends face for the week of November 15th through to the 21st? The Knight of Wands. Our courage, our determination, it's going to waver. We're going to be hitting some heartache and fear. We're going to question ourselves. We're going to be overcritical of ourselves. We need to be mindful of that nurturing and caring. And that's going to slow us down. Taking those steps to ensure that we're caring for ourselves, that we're grounding ourselves, and that we're being realistic and head-focused rather than heart-focused. Turn that knight from an obstacle to an ally, supporting us with added courage, added determination, and of course, that added passion, that zest for life. So we need to be mindful of those challenges and how our ego is impacting us and that self-talk. And if we're going from that heart center and ego reaction rather than that head reflection reaction. Let's go into the blessings. What blessing can my Carnelian friends embrace for the week of November 15th through the 21st? Fantastic card. Connected with Gaia, that grounding, earthy, Mother Nature energy really connects into that Queen, that need to ground ourselves, nurture ourselves and take care of us. When we do that, we raise our vibration. We start to use more of our frontal cortex because we're caring for ourselves, we're nurturing us, we're raising that vibration, and we're able to make the decisions that we need to make. Additionally, that groundingness, it opens us up to that higher vibrational support, that intuitional support. It's going to go a long way in guiding these two very naive pages. Healing waters, of course, connects in to that healing that I mentioned earlier. And this is a big part, guys. We need to release that energy. Some of this reflection is going to bring up that heartache, past pains, whether in this lifetime or past. Taking time for ourselves, connecting in with water so that we can dump that energy. We can even do it through washing our hands. It's a quick trick that I teach a lot of my empath students and clients, that when they start to feel heavy and stuff gets overwhelming, go to a tap of water, have it running. I usually recommend a warm water, you don't have to go cold or hot, just a nice gentle water, and visualize that heavy black gunkiness being washed away, being pulled out of your hands, pulled out of your system through your hands, and ending up in the sink. Now don't worry, your guardian angel is with you and will transmute it before it hits the end trap or whatever. It's not going to get to Gaia. It's not going to get anywhere that it's going to harm anybody. Your guardian angel will transmute that. You will feel amazing. Same visualization can be used in the bath or the shower. Dumping that energy will go a long way in strengthening you to embrace these amazing opportunities that this week is going to offer you. Let's go on to the last section. Any other information, insight, and wisdom that we can share with my Carnelian friends. I like how both these guys have their arms extended up. That support from the universe, well, actually so does this page. The support from the universal energy is going to be very important this week. We need that direction. Pages are naive. They need help. They need that support. Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of my cards. Queen of Cups, second most intuitive card in the deck. We're looking at that intuition. We're looking at that connection. Like I just said, that guidance is essential. These two pages, they'll run around like toddlers, screaming like a chicken with their head cut off. However, with that intuitive guidance of the universe, you're going to see them, be corralled. You're going to use their energy to your benefit rather than your challenge or obstacle. The Five of Wands, reminding you that, of course, we need to be careful of that negative self-talk, that inner chatter, and the pull of your ego. We want to stay high vibrational rather than getting caught up in that conflict. That conflict, that low vibration, will really draw you down and away from some amazing opportunities. That growth, that learning, it's immense this week. However, your ego will stop you at every turn it can. Checking into things, that critical thinking, that reflection, it's going to go a long way. It's going to support you a lot. Be mindful of that negativity. Be mindful of that chatter. The King of Swords. I like to call him my Mr. Spock. A lot of times when you see the swords, I think Vulcan off of Star Trek. That's illogical, sir. Reinforcing the need to shoot from our head, not our heart. We want to be very critical, but not critical of self. Got to be careful of that. We want to be critical of things, questioning things, We don't want to be negatively overcritical of self. We want to stay in that high vibration, like I said. Additionally, the king, we've got that fully developed personality. He's got the most control, the most power, and the most knowledge. Like I just said, this week offers you that learning, that knowledge. This knowledge is going to support you in this week and the weeks to come. We can use it to our advantage. It's going to break patterns, help us shift out of what we're currently stuck in, and of course, this is a big one, bring us to new opportunities for prosperity, abundance, and growth. I want to thank you so much for joining me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some insight and direction into what the week offers you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really does help people find me in the sea of YouTube. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There's so much more amazing coming your way, my friends. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I do have a Patreon page. I know lots of people have them. Of course, I've got lots of tiers and perks with mine. And those perks, of course, you're looking at free readings and healings from me. Additionally, I also have a Patreon exclusive library of videos to support my Patreon friends. I've provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Carnelian friends. Hello and welcome, my Auralite friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have both the full decks of the tarot and the oracle cards here, so you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the week of November 15th to the 21st holds for my Auralite friends. What can my Auralite friends expect from the week of November 15th through to the 21st? Water magic, such a fantastic element. We're looking at some clearing, cleansing, and healing. What a fantastic week to get some work done. We're just coming off of Friday the 13th, that nurturing, healing moon. And this week, we're going to be embracing International Men's Day on November 19th. So we have some amazing energies to support us with this clearing and cleansing. This is going to be a fantastic week to focus in on strengthening and healing you, to revitalize you, and allow you to have more energy, more strength to take on some amazing opportunities. Let's look at this week a little bit more in depth. What can my Auralite friends expect from the beginning of the week? The High Priestess, the second card in the Major Arcana. Such a fun card, and so important. Of course, she's a gatekeeper. She's a keeper of knowledge, the keeper of Torah, the universal knowledge and wisdom. That guidance, that insight, it's going to come in early in the week to help us figure out how to better go about this clearing. We have an amazing opportunity to embrace some fantastic energies to get some of that healing work done. I know it sounds like a bear. Anytime I say healing, I know people roll their eyes at me and go, "No, really? This week?" Yes, taking time for you will help revitalize and rejuvenate you. What's more is that we do have this gatekeeper. The more you're able to work on this healing and get some of this work done, some of this very important healing, you're going to clear yourself out for much more amazing and high vibrational pieces, aspects, and of course, possibilities. We can only hold so much. We can only have so much energy and gunkiness within ourselves before we can't expand anymore. We need this clear out to lay way for new, allow new emerging amazing abilities, skills, and aspects of you to come forward. To help out with that connection, those high vibrational beings, they're going to be essential. I have a number of meditations that I created in October to help connect into your high vibrational support team, and they're the ones you want to connect in with to gain that guidance, because your support team can and does include those amazing archangels. We need that guidance to understand better how to go forward with this healing so we can go forward with our growth. We're kind of at a stalemate right now, and to get out of this standstill, we need to move forward and allow our healing to guide us and, well, give us space. Think of it as weeding your garden. You can't have any more vegetables in your garden should you have weeds. We have to clear ourselves out for some amazing growth. High Priestess is here to help us and literally take us through that next stage, her gate to understanding and to start to heal ourselves. Some of that healing will include that high vibrational support team and our skills to connect in. Let's go into the middle of the week. What does the middle of the week bring, my Auralite friends? The Five of Pentacles. Well, your ego is not going to sit back and go, oh, let's have a week of healing. How much fun is that? We're going to have resistance, and we're also going to have resistance on this healing, and additionally on some of this reflection and guidance that the high vibrational beings are going to send us to. We need to make some decisions. We need to make some high vibrational decisions on how to go forward. What's in our best interest and greatest good. We feel disconnected, we feel isolated. There's a lot going on. To say that we're lost in a snowstorm, well, that's not too far-fetched. This energy that's all around us causing uncertainty, instability, and of course, sadness. We need that high vibrational guidance to help step us above that swirling storm and see clearer. We need to also start to clear ourselves out so that the storm isn't within us as well. Many of us are being impacted very negatively with this low vibrational veil that has settled in on the earth. We need to clear ourselves out so that we feel stronger and more able to take these opportunities that are going to present themselves when we get above the storm. And I keep saying to heal, that's an individual piece and aspect. Your support team is going to be able to guide you to what healing modality will work best for you. And I've supported my friends with a playlist of healing meditations with the archangels. That is a modality that you can use to, well, start to clear you out and heal you in different ways. I've got a variety of different meditations. I think there's over a dozen of them now that will help with that healing. We do have the water magic as our card of the week, and we can't minimize that impact, that positive impact water has on us. We can go in and take that bath just for us, visualizing that energy, those blockages, that buildup being washed away. If you're not a bath person, you can do the same in a shower. Using different skills and techniques in creative ways to support us in getting through the challenges that we're facing, but support us in our healing practice. The middle of the week, we need to break this cycle of isolation. This connection will help us. We will, of course, like I said, our ego is going to fight us on it. We're going to find that we are doing a lot of negative self-talk, a lot of belittling and undermining self. It's important that we take this time for us, be truthful to us, and this is really important, be patient and kind to ourselves. Anytime we look at a healing week, it's not like a R&R week where we can just, sit back and relax. Healing means that we have to have an active participation in what we're doing. And yes, some of that active participation is lounging in a bath. That's true. Meditation, it's not physically exerting. We're actually rebalancing our brain. The most important piece and aspect is that we set that conscious intention on what it is we're trying to do and how it's going to support us, how the bath is going to help us. When I do my meditations, I outline to you and to your high vibrational beings what the healing is going to entail. I've already set intentions with the archangels to help us, so we can connect in on that healing and we can get some work done. So the middle of the week might be a bit of a trying time. Taking care of ourselves and being patient with ourselves will go a long way in this healing week. Let's go on to the end of the week. What does the end of the week bring? My Auralite friends. The Page of Pentacles. Rejuvenation and stability. So right in between the 5 and the page, we're looking at International Men's Day. That strength, that stability, it's going to help us. It's going to go a long way in grounding us with this healing. And that stability, it kind of rolls into the end of the week, along with us feeling invigorated and inspired. We have that page, that playful, excited, inquisitive page. We're going to feel better, we're going to feel lighter, and we're going to be more in tune with what's happening around us. We're going to be able to explore it and figure out how we can use it to our advantage. Like I said, when we get above the storm, those opportunities and possibilities, they start presenting themselves. And we're really going to see it at the end of the week. Those opportunities are going to open. It's up to us to put action to what it is we want to do. This week is about active participation, and it's about you and what you need for your greater good. So the end of the week, it's going to be a lot of fun, and you're going to be able to explore. You're going to feel stronger to do so. You're going to feel stronger and more able to explore these opportunities and possibilities that are presenting themselves. And you can start to make a decision that is in your best and greatest good, because you're going to have that plan, and these opportunities are just going to illuminate and inspire you further. Most important piece with this heavy middle of the week, that play, that fun will be essential for that weekend. We want to take time for ourselves and enjoy our hard work. Let's look at the challenge of the week. We know the middle of the week in itself is going to bring a lot of challenges for us, but let's look at the overall challenge. What challenge will my Auralite friends face for the week of November 15th through the 21st? Well, that one's not surprising. The Nine of Swords. The anxiety and depression card of the deck. Of course, this challenge, the lethargic, heavy energy, it's weighing down on us. It's stirring up that heartache and that fear, which is perpetuated by our ego. And, well, without this healing, this is where we're staying. This is going to get worse as it gets darker. We won't be able to see that sun coming up. It will get very dark and very stagnant. And as the nights get longer, this darkness, this heartache, it's going to get harder and more challenging. We need that fun, that play, and of course, those opportunities to break free of this heartache. This healing is about this. We need to focus in on our healing to strengthen us and invigorate us to embrace what is right in front of us. Let's look at some blessings for the week. What? Whoa! There you go. That one was important. What blessings can my Auralite friends embrace for the week of November 15th through the 21st? Change and progress. Kind of sums this week up well, doesn't it? We need to make some shifts and changes because we know stuff is not working well for us. We want to move forward and away from what we're currently dealing with. And this shift, this healing, it's going to bring about that change. It's kind of like if you see all this water in the water magic card, at the edge there, this is kind of what we're dealing with. We need to go through some rapids, some bumps, sharp turns, that is going to bring us to this very magical, calm place where we are going to be able to reconnect in with what it is we're doing. You're going to find fulfillment and most importantly, growth. Many of us feel like this little kitty who's holding on for dear life to a sail that is all tattered. When we connect into that courage, to that determination, we become the boatman, we become the ferryman who isn't afraid of that challenge. And that's what we need. We need that no fear energy to tackle some of this heartache and isolation. It's really a water week for you guys. Affirmation for posture change. I know that sounds really weird, posture change. It's true though. When we hold our head up high and embrace ourselves, start caring and loving ourselves, we feel better. We roll our shoulders back and we allow our internal energies and our chakras to flow more freely. We're not all hunched up and cocooned. Many of us are feeling that right now because of all that we're dealing with. Standing up straight, taking that deep breath, allowing our natural skills and abilities to shine. A lot of times we feel unsure of ourselves, and that, of course, is stemmed in by our ego here, so we don't feel confident to roll our shoulders back, hold our head up high, and take that deep breath and that first step forward. That change though, that little shift in posture, goes a long way in embracing our adventure. That shift, like I said, helps our chakras to uncurl and flow more freely, giving us more energy and more ability to cleanse and clear ourselves so that we can gain even more knowledge, guidance, and support for even more positive change, for more growth, which of course brings in the abundance and fulfillment that goes along with that growth. We're going to end off on any further insight. Whoa, got insight and guidance here. And wisdom that we can share with my Auralite friends for the week of November 15th through to the 21st. The Two of Cups. Such a fantastic card. Important individuals, yeah, they'll play a role in this week. But the relationship that we need to work on most and heal the most is our relationship with ourselves, our higher selves. When we work on that relationship, when we strengthen that important relationship, that's when we're going to see a lot of positive shifts. Holding our head up high seems a lot easier when we have a more full and positive relationship within ourselves. That negative self-talk doesn't beat us up so much, and we're able to enjoy, we're able to thrive and grow. The Six of Cups. This healing, this clearing and connection, it's going to remind us of a time, especially when we're younger, when we used our skills in a more meaningful way, when we were more connected in with what it is we could do. We need to go back to that place, back to those feelings, that understanding, and of course that inner certainty of what it is we could do. That is going to be our starting off point for this next aspect. Understanding what we can do helps us to be able to nurture it, to allow it to grow and to flourish. Our first point of call, though, is connecting in and remembering using our skills, using our abilities, and most importantly, what brought true passion to us. And then finally, the King of Wands. And there's your achievement, your passion, and your drive. Kings are that fully developed personality. They have the most power and the most, control. That wand is that passion, that creativity. When we go through this rite of passage, we're going to be embracing that passion in full force. This week does offer you a lot of amazing opportunities to see that growth in a time that's more challenging than most. This growth is going to be meaningful and, of course, prosperous. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some insight and direction into what the week offers you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really does help people find me in the sea of YouTube. It helps to broaden our community and strengthen the masses as a whole. If you like this video, please remember to subscribe to my channel. There's so much more coming your way, my friends. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. And if you enjoyed this video, I do have a Patreon page, so if you want to support me, that's the place to do it. There's going to be lots of tiers and perks, and of course those perks, you're looking at free readings and healings for you. Plus, I also have a Patreon exclusive library of videos just for my supporters. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Auralite friends.